Howdy, partners. Welcome into Dogwoods and Dustbowls. I am Rachel, the GM. Let's actually just get right into it, because I'm eager to see what happens. So, who thinks that they can do a recap for me and gain advantage on one roll in this episode?
I believe I got nominated.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so hi, Taffy May here, and I'm going to tell you what happened last week. So basically, we all sort of met up. I'm Taffy May, and Vicky was also there, and also Calliope, and also Reverend Wendell, and also Blanche. And don't forget about Bess, but she was outside because cows not so great inside. But basically, we all got selected for the lottery, which is we get to do the watch, which means we keep the town safe for the night because we're up and coming and we don't have a lot of policemen. So basically, we walked around and we went to a bar for the first time. I went to a bar for the first time. Everyone else had definitely been there a ton of times. And we all sort of walked around and nothing was going on. There was no hubbub in there. So we started going to the corners, which are just, the corners. And not much going on again. It was kind of a boring night at first. But then dead body, I swear, just right out of nowhere. Dead body right on the corner. And so Reverend Wendell woke him up and said, "Hey, what's going on? How'd you die? Who did this?" And turns out just kept saying temple over and over and over. We don't know. So we started going to a dangerous path, started doing that. And turns out just started getting sliced up from behind. It was not so fun. Reverend Wendell just stabbed right in the back. But you know what? We prevailed and did our darndest, and they went scattering off into the darkness like scared little puppies. And then, but not before we got one. And on their stinking little lapel, they had a temple gang symbol. And turns out, may or may not, we think Vicky may have known them. We're not sure. It seemed hinted at that Vicky might have known them. And then there was a carriage, and that's kind of all we got. Oh, I also got this fun little lasso, but I think we're gonna share it because it seems nice. But I got it for now. Tonight's my night.
All right, yes, you can absolutely share that lasso if you'd like. It has some fun properties, which we can talk about later. So when we last left off, you had just encountered two members of the temple gang, and they were easily identifiable by little pins that looked like they used to be coins, but they were stamped with TG, standing for temple gang. And Vicky, who sort of a little bit revealed some backstory, Legion, who used to have some ties to some bandits, maybe had heard of the temple gang, and they are notorious. Back when Vicky was Legion, the temple gang was up and coming, but recently they have grown and they've become tougher and meaner and crueler. They're known to completely destroy towns, just to burn them to the ground. They somehow come in force, some hidden force as well, and they leave no survivors. So there's not many people that can tell you who they are or what they look like. So you're all standing around this carriage that is, at this point, the embers have died, and it's just letting off cool little streams of smoke into the night air. There's enough moonlight for you to be able to see, and rummaging through the back, you found a little lockbox, and in that lockbox, where the box was fine, but the lock had melted off, you found a lasso. And there's a dead body near you. So you're still in this canyon, down the hill from the road. What do you do now?
Are we healed?
That depends. Did anybody heal you?
Nope.
I don't know if we had time to, but I'm more than happy to do a little
I healed
healing.
a little bit, didn't I not? I thought I cured wounds a couple of times. I have them marked as I healed people a couple times.
I was stabbed, and I would like to take care of that before we move on because it feels like, we're in danger, probably. There's a gang after us.
Well, I got more cream, darling. Do you want it?
Oh, yeah, let me get that cream.
How much do you need?
Let's see.
You need a sample pack, or are you going in for a full bottle?
Oh, I'm going in. I'm at 37 right now out of 58.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh.
Okay.
Should I drink it or just slather it on these wounds?
Well, you got stabbed.
Yeah, right in the ribs.
Okay, so
Right
what
in my
this is
normal
gonna
lady
do is,
ribs.
it's a foot cream.
Ladies, I think the
Oh.
Reverend might have something for you.
Before you maybe waste one of them consumables, I could perhaps cast a little mass healing word for everybody. Unless let's take a inventory of who needs healing.
Oh, Reverend.
I know
Oh,
I
thank
need
you,
it.
Reverend.
Sweet. Don't worry, they're not really consumables. They're just the way I do my magic.
Oh, all right. Well,
But no, please. You want to use this? You go for it.
I've got a bit of healing myself that I could throw in there. If anybody.
Well, I'm peachy keen. I don't need no healing. My body is perfect.
I'll take what you got, Reverend, but does that mean I have to do like a blood sacrifice or like a
Well, no, but
find a dead body or
I may.
Am I shaking hands with the devil
I may
here?
look upon you. I may look to you for your support when I suggest that I make use of that dead body to perhaps be an additional member of our party.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right. Well, okay. First things first. I realize prayer healing's probably better because that'll affect you and me and anybody else. So if we've got 10 minutes, I can do a prayer healing, prayer to Merkel.
A very normal party of normal people with a normal dead body. It's very normal.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
how about this? While you all are sitting in your prayer circle for 10 minutes, I'm going to do a perimeter sweep since I'm good. I'll keep y'all safe while you're doing your thing.
I like that, Taffy May.
In the meantime, let me roll
Is the-
some dice here.
Is the cow here?
The cow is here. Both Bess and Blanche are stress eating the rest of the cupcakes.
Oh, your
And-
snickerdoodle, yeah?
Yeah, through our snickerdoodle whiskey cupcakes.
How many do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
left, Blanche?
We're halfway through this one and 1.5.
Did you get injured? Are you and Bess okay?
Hey, I just have a little tear in my dress.
Why wasn't that cow afraid of the fighting?
Oh,
I can
after
fix
my
that.
prayer healing, everybody can take 20 points of healing.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Thank you so much, Reverend.
Is that Bess? Oh. Okay, and so Blanche there's around Bess's neck is this long rope that has like a little whittled, I guess it's a cow, everything's cow, a little whittled cow on it, because I completely forgot that I am a warlock of the Talisman. So I take it and I walk over to Vicky,
Oh, hell.
and I'm like, Vicky, Bess thinks you should have this, and I'm gonna try to put the talisman over your head.
Yeah, I don't move.
Okay, you have a cow talisman now.
Vicky, the cow is definitely staring at you. Like, it looks like it could just be an animal standing there chewing on grass, but you're pretty sure it's looking right at you.
I will cherish this always. Move.
Vicky,
It
I must
just seems
say
like
that
Bess wanted
cow
you to
really
have it.
brings out your eyes.
Thank you, Bess. This is so kind of you. No, you don't have to say anything back. I appreciate it. Silence is beautiful.
Now, I got a question for the party.
Yeah. Yes, Reverend. Anything that you have to say?
If-
Anything else?
It's kind of a two-parter, you might say. One, the question is, would you object to having an undead ally for the next 24 hours? If the answer is yes, I object, I won't ask question number 2. But if the answer is no, I don't mind if we have an undead ally, my question is, would you like a skeleton or would you like a zombie?
Ooh, skeleton seems like he'd be less stinky, but I feel like a zombie might have more like grit, if that makes sense, because there's more to pierce. A skeleton
there's
is
more
just
meat on 'em.
bones. Yeah, whichever. What do
And-
y'all think? I don't know.
A zombie would there'd be less for me to prepare, but then again, it may they may be recognized by the rest of this temple gang that we're using their bodies against them, but maybe that'll scare them. So I don't know. It's a.
Or
just
Taffy
a
May
bit.
could do a zombie because Taffy May could put makeup on him, make him real pretty.
Good. I'm good at that.
That's not a bad idea. I could make him a zombie. You could put your incredible makeup on him, and the townsfolk wouldn't know the difference. They just think we had a new friend with us.
Question. Reverend, do zombies still have money when they wake up? 'Cause this-
No, but we could certainly
I got a lot of product.
loot him before and see what money he's got.
Okay, now we're working.
I'm not
Because
sure
it's either
we're doing
samples or first supply, and I got a lot of product that I need to. I can't just go wasting it on a zombie.
that. True, but then the zombie could be a walking advertisement for your drink.
Right.
Think
I
about
feel
that.
like this is such a fresh undead friend that if we just switch their shirt, people could barely tell probably.
We could even put a little alcohol on them. They'll just think that it's someone who had a long day.
You do know that this person had been hiding their face behind a mask. It was just like a black ski mask.
Well, we gotta see what we're working
We gotta
with,
take a
Taffy
look
May.
at- Exactly.
Do we?
You already pulled it up, and it was
You and me, I didn't
Elven.
realize we were doing the temple gang. I thought we were talking about that crispy fella over there.
crispy
elf.
fella. Are you talking about?
the dead body in the carriage?
No. So the person that was in the carriage. No, the person that was in the carriage is the dead body that the Reverend had been speaking to in the graveyard.
Oh, okay. I thought there were two. I thought you said next to the lasso there was a crispy fella, but that's fine. Sure. This one's just like shoved and stabbed a bit. I bet their face is just fine. Snap. Let's see.
Yeah, you already lifted it up before, and it's a
Oh,
young
look at
elven
me.
woman.
It's hard to remember. It's way past midnight.
There's a lot
Oh.
going on.
Well, how do they look? Are they
Dead?
good, Lord?
I mean, and if you got prestidigitation, I could raise the zombie.
Well,
and
you
then
know
clean
what,
the clothes.
Reverend? I do.
I think I believe that's our plan then. I'll make her our zombie friend for the next 24 hours, maybe longer if we want. I just got to cast a spell on her again. And we could prestidigitize her clothing, and we would just have it look to the townsfolk like we got ourselves an undead friend. This is a
Amanda,
new companion, another member of the Watch.
I do all the things.
As Taffy May uses prestidigitation to do makeup on this elf, Blanche also, who has prestidigitation, is like watching and using the makeup supplies and trying to like do her face, but it looks like, you know, when kids do their own makeup for the first time, like the lipstick is all wonky and like not the right shade. Yeah. So that's what she looks like. And she's like, I told you all, Watch is just like having a sleepover party.
My God,
Yeah.
I hate that you're right.
I also do Bess's makeup.
Perfect. All right, so as this is happening,
I cast Animate Dead. I'm assuming that.
you cast Animate Dead. Well, as this is happening, Blanche, or rather, Lisa, I'm gonna need you to do something very special for me.
Okay.
We're gonna do a high noon for Bess.
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Yeah.
For Bess? Okay.
For Bess. And you can decide if it's Bess or
Okay.
Bess.
All right.
That is up to you.
Bess, in her head is saying, I wonder what type of cupcakes Blanche is going to make for the skeleton. Maybe blueberry. And a different voice that doesn't sound like Bess says, if I have to be stuck in here, then you can't go. No more puns. I nix puns. You're not the boss of me. Oh, my tummy ache. And she eats the lipstick that Blanche is holding. Yep.
Beautiful.
Nope.
That was fantastic. So as Bess is having this very active inner monologue, What are the rest of you doing? Are you still just gonna stay by the carriage? Look at the dead body?
No lie. Ever since this necklace was put on me, I've been staring at Bess with complete worry.
Mm-hmm. Understandably so. Every once in a while, it feels like the cow is just smarter than an average cow because it seems to be listening in to conversations.
I don't
But
like
then
it.
sometimes it's just a regular cow.
I'm gonna go watch the Reverend make a zombie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Watch the show. I think we've earned a little hooch. You know, we've got our first battle under our belts for the night, and we're about to see a makeover. That's always fun.
All right, Reverend. So you're going to raise
the dead.
the
I'm going to animate this here elven body in the name of Merkel to be our zombie companion
Excellent.
for at least the next 24 hours. And the spell only takes 1 minute, so my prayer of healing took longer than that. It's just like a hop, skip, and a jump. Zombie jumps up.
Reverend, are you using a focus or a reliquary? What's your holy
I'm
thing?
using, that is a very good question. And my answer is I have an amulet. An amulet of Merkel, and that is what I use my holy symbol to
All right.
hold over.
So you are casting this spell. You stand holding your amulet, going through the recitations, and you close your eyes. And as you recite this cant over and over again, everyone else who's looking around, you can see a mist start to come off of the amulet, but the mist is red. And it slowly floats down to the ground, and it just continues to pour out of the amulet from some kind of place. And it goes down in this water-like pattern towards the body and begins to seep into the clothes. And the body moves just a little bit every couple of seconds, like it's getting its grip on itself, until slowly the body begins to rise. The mist disappears as you get to the end of the required cants, and a body is now standing before you. The elven woman is very pale, and there's this milky cloud over her eyes, but she is standing and animated.
Well, hi there. Do you still have vocal cords that work?
It does not respond.
Oh. All right. The silent, mysterious beauty. We can work with that. Let me get to work. First of all, I would like to draw some eyeballs back in, because this is a little unnerving.
Okay. You go to draw some eyeballs.
I do.
Okay. As you're doing this makeup check, will you describe the makeup that you're putting on her, but also roll a performance check? I want to see how good your artistry is.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm getting a test all over again. Is this going to be photographed? We don't have 20 minutes. Oh, there they are. Okay. Whew. Let's try. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
23 for performance check. So, you don't know where it comes from, but somewhere under Taffy May's skirt, sort of on wheels, a whole makeup kit. And you can tell there's a lot of supply in here. Wherever she got this, she bought too much. And she just starts going to town. There's pastes and bottles and tons of perfume sprays that you're not sure why there's so much perfume. But the moment she starts spraying, all the dirt starts flowing away, and you can see that's where she's keeping her magic. And then the lipstick, she takes out a little brush and she starts painting on pupils and some irises, just to make it look a little bit more alive, and then she takes a bit of white and she does the little sparkle to make it look like shiny bright eyes. and lots of blush. That is Taffy May's signature look. Lots and lots of blush because this is a beautiful pale complexion. Well, we got lots of sun. We got to make those cheeks look alive again. And I'll rustle up the hair. Usually hair is a separate charge, but again, this is a billboard. We got to make this look great. So signature pump and a nice little hair sausage. And since I don't have my hot tools with me right now, actually I'm lying. I do have my hot tools with me because I cast heat metal. I have a little tiny rod that I keep in my makeup kit, and I cast heat metal, and then I wrap the bit of her hair and I give her a little hair sausage. And then when I'm done, I just grab a little bit of powder and then and you are done.
It's like a full-on Miss Congeniality.
There is nothing more beautiful than a hair sausage. I am convinced this is the prettiest women will ever get, ever. There will never be a better style than hair sausages. Ever.
I know. I think one day we'll grow to like at least 4 or 5 hair sausages, but when you're feeling saucy or sausagey, as I should say.
Is there a possibility that you might have made her too pretty so people will come approach her and speak to her and then...
It is true. She is definitely very attractive. And you've done like some contouring, you've done some highlights.
Vicky, there is no such thing as too attractive. If anyone comes up to speak to someone and they refuse to speak back, that is that person's prerogative. Now, I'm not sure about the Temple Gang, though, because I imagine they would want to speak to their priests. You know what?
I mean, so I think you did a great job. But the question is, do we want her to speak to the Temple Gang, because she didn't look like that when we had her with the Temple Gang.
All I'm saying is you said I could have a billboard. Now, do you want me displaying my half version of my talents?
Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
Never, Miss Taffy.
Why don't we keep her hood close at hand? Therefore, if we come across any more Temple Gang, we could at least temporarily confuse them, thinking that one of their compatriots is with us, and perhaps get the jump on them. What do you think?
I think we should ask her how she feels.
I feel like there's something that we've all forgotten very, very quickly.
Yeah.
She's a zombie, right.
A changeling shape into her.
All right.
You suddenly see where Vicky was is now an elven woman who is still beautiful without the makeup, but is decidedly without the makeup, as she would have been when she was alive.
Now, either way we do it is fine, but I'm just saying we do have options.
No, you're right, Vicky. That's a pretty good option. At least for your half of the plan. And I like my half of the plan, which is sending my billboard through town.
Can we at least give her a name? This feels dehumanizing. What would you like your name to be, sweetie? Well, she's not saying anything.
She's just standing there with a completely blank expression.
She's a zombie. Wait, actually, that's a good point. Reverend, can you explain zombiehood?
Well, the way zombiehood works is basically I control them with my mind. We have a bond. It's basically just this is a foul mimicry of life. I can control them for the next 24 hours. I can issue commands. I can put them into combat situations. But other than that, they'll just sort of wander along behind us and be our,
foul mimicry.
What
about Mimica? That's cute.
Ooh, I like it.
Mimica's
Mimica,
good.
Mimica, our foul friend, Mimica.
Mim
Wow.
for short.
I've taken a real shine to our new friend.
What exactly are we doing next here, though?
I don't know. What are you doing next?
Do we also call you Mimica now that you look like Mimica? Does anybody know what their name was?
You can call me Vicky. It's
Okay.
it's a very
I just
neutral
wanted
name.
to make
anyway.
sure because
That's
all of
why
a
I
sudden.
like it.
Okay, Vicky, perfect. Do we need to know her original undeaded name?
Nope.
Okay,
Can we
because
check
if you're
her,
gonna
like,
if you're gonna
pockets
enter
or
the
something?
temple gang, I guess they'll probably shout your name at you, or her name, their name. This is getting very confusing. There's two of you. What are we doing? Is this what are we doing? I've lost track.
I will
gotta
say,
know,
while
what are you doing?
everyone is raising zombies and trying to come up with a plan, Blanche was on the side. When I said I was doing my makeup, I forgot I'm a cat person. So I
That's
guess
right.
got, like blush like all on my whiskers. Like my fur has like weird powder in it, and I've like I don't have enough fur to do like cute hair rolls, so I've just parted the fur on top of my head in a different way.
It's
Flash at all.
very cute.
Like it.
A very young look.
Do you think if we spread some rumors about the temple gang in town, they might come find us?
I
We don't
love
want
that.
them in the town
Vicky.
though.
Temple gang can kick rocks. Temple gang, I heard that they suck butts. Temple gang, nobody likes you. Temple gang.
As Calliope is just shouting this into the canyon,
Yeah.
Blanche, you hear a voice in your head, and it's a very familiar voice. It's a low, raspy timbre, and it says, "Do you even know where they are?"
Oh, I guess I'm just gonna say out loud, so the group can hear. The temple gang. I mean, they went in that direction.
I mean, that was one of them. But do you know where the rest are? They wouldn't all be together. They're not that stupid.
That's a good point. We don't know where they are. And I'm just gonna ask, does anyone know where the temple gang is?
I was hoping my plan would, cut them down and they would just hang their heads and come and resign to us.
Can I make a history check to see if I can remember like any habits of where they had stayed before in the past when I knew them?
Roll a history check, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's 18 total.
With an 18, the temple gang was just up and coming when you were Legion at your prime. And before you cut out, you knew they stayed to smaller settlements of like a handful of houses, much smaller than Dogwood. But because they've been getting larger, they've been going after bigger targets, and mostly places with banks. There is a big bank in Dogwood. There's a bigger bank in Monolith. Now, Monolith is a very big town, but it's also a very big bounty. It has a lot of money because it is a large town.
They might be near Monolith, all things considered. If nothing else, if we head that direction. But do we have to finish our watch?
You are still on the watch for the rest of the night until about 6 in the morning, and it's only 12:30.
We could go back and see if there's a fight at the bar. There usually is around this time of night, and just finish it up and then go to Monolith. Or we could just go. I don't know. Oh, we get punished if we don't finish our watch?
You will.
I think so.
Oh.
I believe we'll be taxed.
You'll be taxed, but it's also it damages your reputation in town.
Heck no.
All right, well, let's go back to the bar, and maybe we see Delfinia again, just for fun. And, I don't know, maybe it was pretty quiet earlier, maybe some actions happened.
Does anyone know how to set up traps?
Maybe we should see how the bar patrons respond to Mimica. That might be fun.
I like it.
I've set up a trap before. You need a box and a stick and a piece of string and a cupcake. I ran out of cupcakes, but I could make more. And you put the cupcake under the box, and then when someone goes to eat it, you pull the string and the box captures them.
How many times have you done this?
My grandma likes me to trap squirrels that way. Squirrels love cupcakes. It's
I
a
got
fact
caught
of
like
this
that
world.
It's an effective thing. When I was a young one. Yeah. It's how I met Blanche. I just lifted that box right up and there we were.
What are you trying to catch?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Has anybody tried to set a trap before? Who are you trying to catch? Is it a
Oh.
man?
Oh, no. No, I will never live again. What's going to happen is if we possibly need to go to Monolith at some point, we do know that they were going to probably come through our town. So I was saying if we're going to go to the bar, maybe we should set up a perimeter of traps. So
Lots
we
of
know, like an
boxes.
alarm system, like ring a ding a ding and some bells, so we know if they're about to attack.
I like that.
Idea.
Okay. Look at me. Makeovers, ideas. I'm feeling on fire tonight. So let's go. How do we get out of this canyon?
You can walk right back up the path that you
great.
came down. It's very steep, and it's a bit of a struggle, but you all manage to get back up onto the road. You might have some dusty knees, but that's the worst that happens. You get back onto the road. It's quiet. You hear another coyote off in the distance have a little howl, but you don't see anyone else. Do you just head back to town?
Well, we got to set our traps first.
All right, where are you setting your
we're gonna
traps?
set them at the perimeter of town. Wasn't that the plan? Right?
Yeah.
Dark is it? Is the moon nice?
Yeah, you have a lot of good light with the moon.
Okay. We're good. Yeah.
As members of the Watch, do we have access to trap-making things like little bells and string or...
Nah.
Okay.
Town is also really open.
So we need a lot of...
If you want to completely block off the 4 roads into town, yeah, absolutely. You would need a lot of string.
Well,
Well,
I've got a bit of rope.
general store open at 12:30 in the morning.
I don't have any bells. I can't keep them on me. I find them very distracting.
Maybe we can ask Delfinia to make us some.
I like that plan.
I'm about it.
Bess begins to walk down the road back to town.
Okay, so Delfinia first or Bar first?
Well, let's get those traps set. So Delfinia, I suppose.
Delfinia.
Yeah.
Blanche, your cow is leaving you behind.
Oh, I'm gonna follow Bess. I mean, Bess knows best, and that's the direction we're headed anyway.
All right, Bess and Blanche have just started down the road.
Oh, wait. What?
We're all going to Delfinia.
All right, you head back into town. It is uneventful and quiet. You hear music coming from the saloon as you enter from that east side of town. You head over to Delfinia's house, same one as before, near the church. The lights are off. She blew out that candle in the doorway, or in the window.
Those people are going to sleep, aren't they?
It is about, at this point, maybe 3 or 4, because it took you like 2 hours to get out there.
Oh.
It takes you some time to get back. Yeah, so it's pretty late. You have a handful of hours before the end of your watch at this point.
Okay. How about once every 15 minutes at the bar, we just poke our head out? Just look around. That's our job, right? We just do a little looky-loo. If it took us this long to get here, they probably didn't.
Well, we should probably look the most around the bank. Isn't that what they'd probably come to first?
How do you know so much about bandits?
Well, I would read a lot.
Mhm.
Really?
Checks
My
out.
grandma would like you.
Right, well, who
Hope
wants
not.
to talk to Delfinia? Maybe she's already got a pre-made noisemaker, bells, or something that clangles.
Are you gonna wake her up? Because again, the light is out in her window, and it is like 3-ish in the morning, a little bit later than that.
She said she could come back, that we could come back and ask for help. She said that. She said she wanted to
She
help
sure
us,
did.
So I take her at her word. I knock on her window.
Okay. You knock on her window, and a couple moments pass. You hear some rustling inside the house. And Delfinia, who's wearing just a long white night shift, is holding a little candle in her hand, and she stumbles over to the window and creeps it open. And with her eyes half open, she says, "Howdy, how can I help you?"
Sorry to bother you, ma'am. I understand it is late, but we have thought of a way that you can help us. Do you happen to have anything that you have blacksmith that is noisy? Bells, janglers, tutors,
Wind chimes?
chimes.
I made a set of...
Ideally, 4 sections of 50-foot rope with bells attached to them.
You want a what now?
Just anything that will make noise. You know what? If somebody makes noise out there by the bank, we can just come out. We don't need a rope. We can just come right out because we heard it. We've all got good hearing. Do you have anything that makes noise?
I have a chime that I made a while back, but I made it for Blanche's grandmother. I guess I can make another one, but I gotta work on it, and
Grandma would probably let us use the chime just for one night, and we can put it back.
Yeah, we just want to borrow it for, watch purposes.
Sun comes up.
We can probably tell her you all know that, right?
Oh,
Yes, he's asleep right now. Do you want to wake my grandma? I don't want to wake my grandma.
No, not your grandmother. I mean Delphine.
Oh.
Are you trying to set traps? Is that what you're talking about?
There is a gang that is probably going to be a lot of trouble for the town, so we are trying to avoid a problem coming with them. Hi, my name is Victoria. It's a pleasure to meet you, because I still look like that girl.
are you still?
Victoria? Oh, well, it's awful nice to meet you. I do have a bell. I made it for this girl named Chelsea, who also happened to raid us. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you for the raid. But I guess she doesn't need it now. I could give it to her later. I can go get you that bell. But if you're trying to put traps where?
Around the bank.
Around the bank?
And are we doing the rest of the town? Do you want the wider?
Well, hold on, Sugar. You know that the bank has its own alarms, right?
I would not know that because I have never tried to break into the bank.
That is a great point. Well,
I've been here lately.
An innocent mind.
maybe we can set up the chimes. I don't know, where else would this gang go? If the bank's got alarms, we could just cover the rest of the town.
Yeah,
Oh, now
what
here's
road would they-
here's the problem with you putting up alarms on the rest of the town. Nobody can get in or out without setting those off. So you're also trapping everybody in here.
But it
And
is,
also, there's a lot of town to cover.
it is close to 1 a.m. Where are these people going?
It's close to 4 a.m., so...
What if
My
we
God.
put Bess in the middle of the town? Because she can't go into the bar anyway, and she'll just moo really loud if she sees something.
Right.
What?
Let's
Alright,
do
it's
it.
That's the
settled.
plan.
So where did
Time to
all
go.
the makeup
Thank
go?
you so much, Delfinia, for
course,
all
darling.
of your kind, critical thinking skills. And sorry
Absolutely.
to wake you again. And you look absolutely radiant in the moonlight.
Thank you.
And anyone else have any comments for Delfinia?
Bess ate
Okay,
all the
let's go.
makeup.
Oh, all right.
Night. Hope you like it. Please.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, thank you, darling. I'll see y'all later. All right. Good night, folks.
Don't let the
She
cowboys bite.
She slowly closes the window.
Good night. Good night.
She waves and keeps backing up towards her room and waving. All right.
The energy on that one, I don't know what it is. She was just, I am ensorcelled by her. I don't know what it is. Bar?
Yeah.
Bar.
I'm gonna park Bess at the little well in the middle of the town.
Perfect. You park Bess.
Bye, Bess. Bye.
She sits there happily chewing on grass that she's been chewing on for the past 2 hours. And you head into the saloon. The saloon is in full swing.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
You order me some OJ. I don't know. What orange juice, apple juice. What do we got in this town? That
Water and whiskey.
water. I'll take a water. I'll be right back.
All right. As the rest of you are going into the saloon, Taffy May, where are you going?
I'm going to the sheriff.
Yeah? All right.
That
Wake
seems
him
like
up.
a good deal. But everyone else seems really excited, and I just led us on a lot of goose chases with my wild ideas, so I'll just do this one quietly.
Sure. So we'll do this real quick. You head on over to the jail, which also houses the sheriff's office, which is also where the sheriff lives, in just like a small room above the jail. But you're going around trying to find him. The door, there's like a staircase on the side of the jail that goes up to the door to his apartment, but it's locked. And you go down into where his office is, and you see that Sheriff Greaves he's got his feet kicked up on his desk, and he has a hat pulled over his face, and his big beefy arms are crossed over his big beefy chest, and he's dead asleep. Like that.
Right. I take one of the feathers out of my cap,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of a little tickle under the nose. Under the
Okay. He sneezes himself awake and jolts forward, his feet falling off the desk. He looks up and around, and you
Oh
see his
my.
hand goes to the whip that's on like a holster on his side, but he sees you and
Hey, I got one too.
he relaxes.
Should we call it a draw?
Oh, ma'am. Did I fall asleep?
No, you just closing your eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Is everything okay? Everything with the watch all right? Do I need to get on out there?
You're good. I'm just giving you a heads up. The watch doing an excellent job. We just did a full perimeter sweep. We found where the dead body was.
Did
One from earlier, we found his carriage. All good. Just letting you know, something called a temple gang might be coming through here. And seeing
Can you
as
make
I-
an insight check for me real fast?
Okay. Yes, I can. 18?
You see his face fall when you say Temple Gang. It's a look of recognition and anger and sorrow all at once. It just flash, flash, flash.
Oh, sugar, your face just did a whole lot.
Yeah,
Was that bad? Should I say?
no, I've heard of the Temple Gang.
Okay. Yeah. So did Vicky.
Oh, I'm not surprised Vicky has. They're nasty folks, and I would love to see them gone.
Well, they did a couple of stabs at us.
Really?
Oh yeah. But don't worry, nothing we couldn't handle. But they then did scamper off, and we think, they might come through here. So we were gonna set up some traps, but
To Dogwood?
yes, I'm not sure. As it is 4 a.m. and my brain is not working too great anymore, but I believe that they might come through here.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome. So we're just going to be at the bar, making sure no more ruckus happens. And our watch is almost kaput. So this is now, just let the next watch tomorrow know.
Sure, yeah. All right.
Great. All right. You get back to your not napping. And
I have a much to prepare if they're coming here. Thank you, Miss Taffy May.
You're welcome.
I have to go. And he leaves He just pieces out of the office, headed somewhere.
Okay.
All right, back at the saloon.
I would like to just survey and see if there's any trouble brewing. Things tend to happen around this time of night, usually because I'm there.
For sure. Fantastically, it's the perfect time for Calliope to get a high noon. As you're walking into the saloon, Calliope, what's going through your head? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Give it a second, think about it.
Oh, I hate this night. I just wish that Taffy May could get me my cream. I am so sick of hiding who I am. I want to drink. God, I love being at this bar. Oh, I want to fight someone so bad. Why can't somebody just start some trouble? I feel like starting a fight just so I can have some action. God, it wasn't fair the last time I got stabbed before I could punch somebody. I feel insecure.
As this inner turmoil is happening, you all walk into the saloon, and all at once you're bombarded by sounds. It's music, it's laughter, it's the sound of drunken people singing along, and the man on stage that's doing some kind of burlesque show is trying to get the crowd a little more focused and a little less rowdy, but they're definitely getting up there. And chips are being thrown and cards are being thrown on tables. People are talking in loud voices, and you see the same bartender behind the bar. It's the tiefling Cloche, who has been in town for like a week, but he's now everybody's friend. He nods to all of you, and he keeps cleaning a glass, and you think it might be the same glass as the last time you saw him. Just busy work. Just perpetually cleaning this already clean glass. You don't see any trouble. Just, it's a rowdy night in the saloon, but nobody's fighting. Nobody's causing a fuss.
Still rowdy? 4 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Why does everybody have to be so well behaved on the night that I have permission to punch people?
Cloche laughs a little bit and goes behind the bar and gets a little glass. And it's supposed to be like a whiskey glass, but he fills it full of water and he puts it in front of Blanche and sort of leans suavely on the counter in his beautiful silk brocade vest. It's the only like nice piece he probably has. And he smiles at all of you and he says, tough night, huh?
Nothing going on over here?
Oh, I mean, not really. Just some card games.
I want to take over the burlesque show.
Do you just go up on stage and do it?
Yep.
Okay. Vicky, make a performance check for me as you try and go up and hog the spotlight from this other burlesque dancer.
There's a 23.
With a 23, Vicky, currently in the form of this elven woman, goes up onto the stage and begins to dance beautifully. The burlesque show you put on is evocative. It's sultry, but not too sultry. Yeah. It's playful, and it's highly energetic. Fantastically done. And you get the crowd roaring with applause.
While doing this, does anyone look at me in not a way of like excitement, but in like a way of recognition?
Make a perception check as you are performing.
I'm going to use a reroll because that is bad.
Yeah. Remember, you have a D4 if you need it too.
Oh, that's much better. Okay. 24.
With a 24.
My perception is a +8. Rogues are ridiculous.
Okay. You are looking around and you see a lot of the folks in here they have their eyes closely tied to you, but you're also putting on a fantastic show. You do notice Cloche is watching you very carefully while speaking to your companions. but you're unsure if that's because he recognizes the person that you are pretending to be, or if it's because this random person has just walked up onto the stage that Cloche does not recognize and taken over the burlesque show from the burlesque dancer that was there before. And that poor burlesque dancer, he's sitting behind you, like with his back against the curtain that's drawn, and he's just watching, very upset.
I go out and then tell him to take all the tips.
He's still upset, but he mumbles a thank you.
Can I have a tiny straw and like 2 ice cubes?
I do not have ice back here, and I don't really know what a straw is.
I read about them once,
Oh.
and I just swirl my water in the cup instead. It's been such an evening. When it's not watch, I'm never up this late, and I left the town, but don't tell Grammy Lively that.
I won't.
And there was this burning carriage, and we fought these like bandits, and it was the most exciting evening. And I just feel like, I don't know, have you ever heard of the it began with a T, temple gang, or
Temple. I have heard of the Temple Gang.
really?
They're not to be messed with. You better be careful.
Are they? I've grown up in this town and I haven't heard of them.
Really? I thought they were pretty famous. I mean, I heard about them from where I come from, but, you know, it was a smaller town than this one, and we used to get raided a lot, so...
Do you think if they're nearby, they're planning on raiding the town? What do we do? How did you stop them?
I didn't stop them, I moved.
Oh.
I mean,
Am I hearing this?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not being quiet or anything.
So is that the reason why you moved?
Yeah. Small towns are big fodder for bandit gangs. But I did hear a rumor. Now don't you go sharing this because it's kind of a dodgy source, but I did hear a rumor that the Temple Gang was going to try and hit up the bank in Monolith.
Monolith.
Mhm.
Where, who might this grain of salt source be?
I'm sorry, the what now?
Where did you hear this rumor from?
I cannot tell you, sir.
Hmm.
It's a dodgy source, like I said.
Do you think we should warn them, though, just in case?
I am just a bartender. I'm not an adventurer.
Who moved here just a few weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Could I make an inside check?
Sure. What are you trying to insight from him?
To ascertain whether this bartender is... Well, I'm trying to ascertain whether the bartender... If I noticed that look of recognition to...
You
dancing
did
on the
not.
stage and
You did not. Only Vicky did. Because
Okay.
Vicky was looking for it.
Then I'm just trying to see if I believe the bartender.
Sure.
Also, is Mimica there?
Right.
Standing-
Mimica, I
That's-
thought, walked
that's-
in with it.
Well, actually, yeah. Did you bring the zombie in here too?
We did.
Okay. Then the bartender is definitely confused because there are suddenly twins. There's also a very drunk individual who comes up to Mimica and begins flirting with her. And is talking to Mimica.
I had a feeling that was going
But the bartender is just leaning on the counter and looking between Mimica and Veronica, who's coming down off the stage, like... Yeah, you can roll an insight check. Go ahead.
I get a... wow, my insight's better than I remembered it. I actually get a 24.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Cloche's telling the truth. Cloche is telling... You can tell Cloche is telling the truth about hearing from a source that he moved here because his small town was being harassed, basically, and he was tired of it. You can hear an exasperation in his voice when he talks about it.
The thing thing that I find a little suspicious is the fact that, our town's been here a long time, and now you're the main bartender in the only bar in town? What happened to old Zeke?
He's still here. I'm just doing the night shift. And he sits up and he crosses his arms and he looks at you. And he says, am I not allowed to move to a new place? Am I not allowed to live
totally
here?
can, but what you need to understand about Dogwood is that no one is just in anything. You're not just a bartender. Look, I'm just a cupcake baker, but they're trusting me with the watch. Anybody in Dogwood can be a hero as long as they never leave, Grandma says.
I don't know if that's true for everybody, Blanche, because I am just a regular woman. So that may be true. I am on watch, but some of us just are what they are.
Oh, well,
You-
I didn't.
you know?
As I look in Calliope's direction, I see past her to Mimica and that guy, and I go over with my glass of water, and I say, Mimica, I've been looking for you everywhere, and I grab her hand and I bring her to the group.
She's still, the zombie has just a completely blank expression. But she follows you.
Yeah. And just have her nice and safe with us at the bar.
She's just looking
I'd like
off
to-
into the distance at nothing in particular.
Can I do a survey of the room, just see if anybody's like cheating at cards or anything
Any excuse.
weird happening? Just
Sure.
literally anything.
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a look around.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
17, all right. Yeah, you notice one woman who looks like she's kind of taking chips when no one's looking and putting them underneath a little play mat to hide for later. She's just, she's doing a sleight of hand, and no one else at the table seems to notice, but that's also probably because they are pretty wasted at this point. So yeah, you notice some cheating going on.
I go up to her and I grab her by the scruff of her shirt and I say, "Hey, there's no cheating in this bar. I see what you're doing. And I'm on night watch, so I can do this officially. All right." And I take her up, and it's too much for a regular lady like me to lift someone up in
It
this
very
way.
much is, because this woman is like a halfling in maybe her 50s. So you've got her by the scruff of the neck, but you're also like up in the air.
Floppy, I don't know if this is part of our jurisdiction. or our
Everyone else at the
duties as
table
a night
stands up and kind of like backs off, and there's a commotion around Calliope, and you all look around to see this woman in a giant bustled dress and huge muscly arms holding up a halfling in the air and threatening them while everyone else backs away. And a couple of you notice some people are reaching for weapons in the
I address the halfling. Have you learned your lesson yet? Or are you not going to cheat anymore? Apologize to your friends, please.
She's whimpering and she has her hands on your wrists.
I want to
Set
throw
her
a
down gently and dust her off a little bit. All right.
I learned. I'll never do it again.
Glad we're clear. All right. Now watch roll out. I just got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah,
I'm just itching
kids
past
have
action right
aggression.
now.
Has to come out eventually.
I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now.
I think some of us have had too much water, and I slide my glass across
Crochet
the counter.
takes it
Should
and then
we-
just puts it down and like he's gonna go clean it later. And he's got his arms crossed and he's watching the rest of you like,
should we probably go see where Taffy May went? I'm just
Maybe
like
we should
backing
finish
up.
our
breathing.
watch,
Taffy May-
outside. What do you
Taffy May was able to enter
Oh, I didn't come
kind
back.
of oh, you didn't come back, never mind.
No.
Okay. Never mind then.
No.
Alright.
I went and hung out with Bess.
Sure, yeah. So are the rest of you staying in the saloon, or are you peacing out too?
Peace out.
Peacing out. Alright.
Oh yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
On my way out, I want to stop by that halfling, like after everyone else is outside.
Uh-huh.
That woman is so scary, isn't she?
She's like kind of tearing up a little bit. She's like, oh, she's terrifying. I mean, I know I was cheating, but I just wanted to win one.
Well, hey, you wanna know something funny?
Sure.
She can't sing. She's terrible at it. I think she was intimidated by you because you had such an angelic voice. Honey, that's just jealousy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What's your name? I've never seen you before in these parts.
My name's Victoria Lady Palm.
Victoria Lady Palm, thank you. That's awfully kind of you.
And I would say
Palm.
a lady palm is always more graceful than a lady foot.
I don't know what that means, but I surely agree.
Walk out.
I thought you were my friend.
Vicky and Gabe are.
Oh.
Victoria's a monster.
Oh my God.
This is when you get to be a mean girl. I like it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm very excited. All right. So you head out and you see not only is Bess at the well where you left her, but Taffy May is there. Taffy May, what have you been doing this whole time with Bess?
So while everyone's been at the bar, I decided to go back to Bess because sometimes the energy inside that bar makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
It's a little ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
And no one in there wants to buy my products. I do dealings with the burlesque dancers on the side, but they don't like people to know that they're buying from me. Cause I know that I don't have the best reputation here. I'm a bit of a loudmouth, and I'm proud of that. And she's talking to Bess,
Mm-hmm.
talking to her
figured.
by the well, and then she looks over at Bess, and she sees that Blanche has given her a makeover. She's got a little bit of the smudges of lipstick around her cow mouth that has mostly been eaten off,
Mm-hmm.
and but her lashes, my goodness, Bess's lashes look absolutely divine. So I'm just looking at her and I'm like, well, aren't we just two beautiful ladies just sitting outside?
Cows have lashes for days. When she bats them, it's just like, and
Yeah.
she's like a beautiful little milk cow too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope you still remember my smell. I know I put a lot of perfumes on, but it's good.
She just like nuzzles into your arm a little bit, but she's still chewing the same like stalks of grass that have been sticking out of her mouth for like 4 hours at this point.
And then she kind of leans her head and she goes, I know you think I'm beautiful. And you find when you find Bess, Taffy May is asleep on Bess.
Oh.
Taffy May, as as you're falling asleep, you can't quite tell if it's a dream or not, but you think you hear this raspy, dissonantly deep and voice in your head saying, "You're beautiful just the way you are." When you open your eyes, your friends have joined you. And at this point, we're actually going to take about a 2-minute break. So if you need to go to the restroom or get some water, head on back in 2 minutes, and we'll see you then, cowboy. Welcome back, folks. I hope you had a good break. We sure did. So when we left off, everyone had wandered back out into the center of town where the well was, and you saw lovely Miss Taffy May taking a nap on Bess. And Taffy May, you opened your eyes slowly when you heard a noise coming towards you, and you see your friends coming out of the saloon, looking a little harried. Just a little bit.
Hi there.
Alright.
I was having such a lovely dream where I was just kidding.
I'll start working on that right now.
What?
So I take it no one came in or out of the town, because, I mean, if Bess would have moved, right? And that would have woke you up. So
Yeah, no one came through town.
no one came through.
No, I didn't see no one. I just was starting to hear voices and I, it was nice. Yeah. I think I had a dream Bess told me I was beautiful. Much different voice than I thought Bess would have. My brain mixing up a bunch of stuff.
What did it
How'd
sound
everyone
like?
else? Oh, like a rasp. What a sweet girl. Sounded like a smoker.
Sure did.
I like to take naps on Bess too.
Did you all start to tussle or anything? Anything good?
Kind of awkwardly look at Calliope.
No, just the usual. Someone was cheating, and that's about it. We're gonna go. What are we doing? I kind of
I'm
like
not
that for a
sure.
minute.
I'll let the sheriff know about the temple gang. He seemed real upset by it.
Well, we may have learned that they might be fixing to hit up the Monolith Bank there.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Big target, big money.
Well,
I opened my first account there.
that might be something we could look into now that there's a couple hours left of our watch. Once that's up, then we're free to investigate however we would like.
I'd say. So if we finish our watch, then we can get some rest. By the time we get there, it'll probably be dark anyways, and dark is when the Temple game seems to be the most active.
We're continuing our watch tomorrow as free agent.
I'd say so.
Oh, all right. Well, you have about 2 more hours left in your watch. So what do you do for your 2 hours?
Well, I think we should just walk the perimeter.
Yep.
Now I have a spirit under my command, so to speak, so we could send the zombie up and down and left and right if we like, or we could just do that ourselves, or we could split up, whatever we feel like doing.
I think if we're going to be just patrolling around the perimeter, Bess has something cool that she can do. And I start rubbing Bess's belly, and she does like a sweet little cow burp. And you see sort of like a shimmery, kind of like when there's like heat on the ground and the air just sorts of shimmers. And a little unseen servant comes out of her mouth, and I guess I'll have it pick up a little pebble so we can see where it is. Bess's burp can patrol the town as well, and then come find us if it sees something.
Oh my god, amazing. Is this unseen servant?
Servant to come out of our mouth.
Yeah. Is this unseen servant like a green? Like a burp cloud green?
I'm just like just the faintest because it's unseen, right? But like just a little bit, so we see where it is. Yeah.
It's unseen. It's not unheard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As it walks away, you hear these little burp.
Oh God.
I'd like to walk up to my friend Taffy and just have a private moment. Taffy, could I just get your attention over here?
Yeah, sure. You injure anything, darling? You okay?
I am barely holding it together, girl. I am just not doing well. I am cracking at the seams a little bit, and I just want to know, are you
which seam? I could sew that.
Oh, I mean my inside seams, my emotions, my temper. Oh, how are you coming on that, that cream? The cream?
I don't know. I mean, I keep trying it on various things and no toes. I'm sorry, darling.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You just keep on trying. I just got to keep it together for the sake of the night watch. I'm feeling something brewing inside me. I feel real anxious.
Well, hang on. Maybe, I've got my latest fetch. I haven't had time to try it. I could try it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's try it.
Okay.
Can we go behind this bush?
Yeah, that feels appropriate.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll just climb on under that bustle.
Yeah, you're the only one who gets to see.
So the two of you go and hide behind a particularly large, rough-looking shrub bush in between two buildings in like an incredibly narrow alleyway. And as you're doing this, can the rest of you, Vicky, the Reb, and Blanche, can you all make perception checks for me as you watch your two friends disappear into an alley to do something behind a bush?
Important watch stuff.
Yeah, watch stuff, yeah.
I'm also going to use a
23.
reroll because we have them.
23.
Let's go, Reverend. 19 plus 8, 27.
Whoa.
Just
Solid.
a humble 15.
There was stuff to see. We're seeing it.
Yeah.
All right.
My
Blanche,
friends are meant to give us a private moment.
well, your moment is...
So is everyone just like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
No, your moment is
Your
thankfully
privacy.
private. Blanche, you are a little busy looking at Bess and how long her eyelashes are, and the blush that you've put on top of the fur on her cheeks, and the smattering of what's left of the bright red lipstick on her cow mouth. Wendell and Vicky, however, you notice the sheriff coming out of his home and coming down the stairs, and this large man, a himbo in every sense, is followed by another person, and you recognize this Aarakocra. His name is Wyatt, and he essentially works as the deputy. You all know Wyatt. Wyatt Vogel has lived in this town for a long time. He was not born here. You think he might have been born in Monolith, but has been very loyal. He can be a little lazy, but a likable fellow. And the deputy and the sheriff come down the stairs talking to each other, and the sheriff notices all of you and starts to head immediately to you. And you notice Wyatt's trailing along behind, like kicking rocks as he follows. The sheriff comes up to you, the three of you that are still at the well, and no one notices Taffy May and Calliope in the bush in the alley. By the way, not a sentence I thought I would say in a game, but here we are. It's D&D, I should know better. The sheriff comes up to the three of you at the well, looking distraught, and like his vest is buttoned slightly off one button, like he just threw it on in a hurry, and he looks at the three of you and says, I need you all to tell me exactly what happened about the Temple Gang. Can you give me all the information?
Well, there was a burning carriage. There was 2 people that showed up. One of them ran away. The other one looked like me, so I took her face after we killed her.
And
Sorry, who are you? Oh, I don't like that. All right, I do not like that. All right, Mr.
Well,
Victor.
I guess you're still here. Yeah.
This here's the body of one of them. I took it upon myself to cast Animate Dead to give us another member of our watch for the night. But if you're curious about perhaps what they were wearing, well,
I wasn't, but thank you. And over the sheriff's shoulder, the deputy's head kind of peeks around, and this pale-feathered Aarakocra is looking over his shoulder like, she's dead?
well,
When the Aarakocra peeks
undead
around,
now.
my pupils get really big.
He kind of ducks back behind the sheriff. So as Wyatt disappears behind Sheriff
You
Greaves,
Start making that noise that cats make.
the like,
Yeah.
the chirp, the cat chirp. I love that. The sheriff pays no attention to what's going on behind him, and he's looking over the clothes on the zombie, on the dead body, and he's like looking at the pin on the lapel, and he's checking the pockets and looking over the whole thing, and he turns to look at his deputy behind him, and Wyatt's just been standing there with the tips of his wings shoved into his pockets kind of nonchalantly, and Wyatt's also eyeing this body up and down, looking very, very confused. And the sheriff says to Wyatt, I need you to go into the city. I need you to see if you can get some people from Monolith and bring them here, if you can. Go, now. And Wyatt nods and heads off towards the edge of town, and you see him, once he gets a fair ways away from the buildings, take flight. And he begins to fly off in the direction of Monolith. And the sheriff looks back at all of you and he says, if they are truly headed here, we are in dire need of help. I know that your watch is almost up. I need you to do me a favor for the sake of Dogwood. Can you do that?
What might that be?
This is actually a suggestion from Wyatt himself. There is a witch out in the desert. She's very powerful. We have a tenuous understanding of each other. We don't mess with her. She doesn't mess with us. I need you to go out there and see if she can offer any kind of aid to us in case the Temple Gang comes here.
Witches usually, in my experience, want a little quid pro quo. They want a little this for that. They want a little, I've noticed witches tend to have a rather transactional...
Watch what you're saying, sir. My aunt was a witch.
Well, all right. I'm just saying, when asking for help, usually they want something in return. I don't think that's too crazy to say. I'd say most people in this world are like that.
Understandable. All right. I have no idea what I can offer.
Well,
if you think of something, let me know. We will do it for the sake of the town.
For the sake of the town.
For Dogwood. Yeah.
Why was your deputy so nervous?
I mean, I can only assume it's because there's a dead body. I myself am a little nervous. Not gonna bite, is it?
Wait, did you say one of your relatives was a witch?
Yeah, my aunt.
Does she know this witch?
I do not think so.
All right.
But you're not sure.
So we're
I'm not sure.
We're not sure.
I cannot ask her, as my aunt is long dead, but...
Grammy always told me stories about a whole real witch that lived in the desert, but I didn't know she was real. We have to meet a witch. This is so cool. I mean, very serious for the town. Important.
Now, I need you all to be very respectful when you go to meet her. I met her once when I was appointed sheriff, and I was told by the previous sheriff, you have to be very respectful. She is incredibly powerful, so be as nice as possible, please.
Do we know her name?
Aldonza.
Could you spell that for me?
And you see a look pass over the sheriff's face. A L D O N, and he begins to spell it out in the air. It's Aldonza. Aldonza.
We should make sure that Calliope knows not to fist fight this witch.
There are other rules.
Now, Calliope, we need this witch to help us now.
Yeah. So whenever she comes back from, I don't know, fighting crime, I guess, I just...
Papa, don't move! Ow, you're stepping on me!
The sheriff looks around like, where are your friends again?
Getting drunk, doing lady things.
Yes.
I believe they're
Lady
behind
things.
a bush over there.
Yeah.
We'll be out in just a minute. We are taking inventory.
Of what?
Lady things, don't I ask?
Oh, that's fair.
That is impolite to ask.
Ah,
All right, you take your inventory of your lady things. Well, they'll catch you up in a minute.
Are there any rules we should know for showing a witch respect?
the witches
Oh.
get stitches?
Well, I hope not, sir.
Hmm.
I I don't particularly know of any rules because I do not interact with this woman very often. Just be nice.
Okay.
If she offers you food, you take it.
Oh my
Kinda
God.
thing, yeah.
She was made for you, Blanche.
Oh no, I ate all the cupcakes. Shoot. Blanche is going to suddenly rush in the direction of the library just to fetch more cupcakes to bring. If we're
Lady
going, are we going
things.
tonight.
I would love to take a short rest, perhaps, before we head that way.
I
maybe
agree.
You
Yeah,
might feel the same.
I understand you have been up all night. If you need to go to sleep, that is perfectly fine. Just
Okay.
Maybe even a long rest.
know that time is of the essence, as we do not know when this temple gang is going to be here.
Short, then, I suppose.
Taking
I
an
say so.
hour, I'm baking fresh cupcakes.
Are we still in the bush? Are we having our moment?
Yeah, are
Yeah, we're still in
you-
the bush.
All right.
I'm under there. Don't worry. It takes a while.
Could we check
There's a
in?
lot to apply.
Is there a role that we can see if these creams are working on me?
I've got a handful that have not been tested. I have an alchemy kit. I do have a disguise kit. I do have a handful of spells that I have been pumping into these things, a couple of key ingredients, but so far nothing's worked.
Okay, can you make me 3 Arcana checks, Taffy May?
Arcana.
3 of them.
Okay.
As you're trying cream after cream after cream.
Y'all, I think this is when we're going to be using a lot of them re-rolls you sent. Okay, number 1. Re-rolling. Re-rolling.
Pass.
Re-rolling. Using a different die. Re-rolling. Better. Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Anything
21.
happening down there?
21.
4,
Hang on.
4 down.
Hang on. There's a lot of surface area, Calliope.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
All right, so you try one cream with a 21.
Second one with a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Re-roll. Re-roll. How many is that?
6.
Re-roll.
7.
Re-roll.
8.
They're all under 10. I don't want to do that to you.
Or do you?
Re-roll.
9.
I'll leave it there. So we do have some left.
You have used 9 of your 15 rerolls. What was your last one?
Y'all. Last one is 14. So
Okay.
21, a 17, and a 14.
With your 21, you have this small pot of cream. You flip the lid. It has some kind of marking for a date and exactly what ingredients were added to it. And you take a handful and you begin to slather it on her flank. And it is cold and it's a little startling, but it's smooth and nice. And as you do so,
That is a secret. What is under my... Normal ladies have flanks.
yes, absolutely. The normal lady horse fur begins to shorten in the area where you rubbed the cream until you see the flesh underneath. You can't tell, however, if this is... You've essentially created Nair, or if this is slowly becoming something else. You try another cream with similar ingredients with one change, and that's your 17, and you put it on a different part of her flank and you rub it down the side, and you notice it does the same thing, but it goes from fur to skin to a different kind of fur that grows a little bit longer and thicker.
Oh, that's curly. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So you close that pot, and you take your third pot, you open it up, and you begin to slather it down a leg. The leg changes where you've slathered it. From a horse leg, it sort of like bubbles and polymorphs essentially into a stork leg.
Ooh!
What's happening? I can't see that far back.
Shh, it's fine, it's fine. I'm just gonna write a little note. No more bird bone dust. No more bird bone dust. How about that? How about
Is
that?
it working? What's happening?
Well,
Am I still a freak?
no, never use that word in my presence. Okay, it is not part of the program. That word. Listen, Calliope. Good news. Some great news, actually.
Okay.
No more hair.
That's just one step closer. Okay.
Yeah, one step.
Thank you, Taffy
I do have to tell you, some of it's got a little bit of chicken skin.
It's like a thick stork leg too. It's still the same size as the horse leg. This is like it's a
Stork
big
leg all the way
stork
down,
leg.
or do I still have a hoof?
You still have a hoof. It's just like stork leg from the knee down to the ankle and a little bit above the knee.
I feel a draft. Is that a good thing?
Hey.
You feel it. You feel it on skin.
I must say, no hair, and B, that is one unique thigh gap, my dear.
Oh,
Unique.
okay. Well, I'll take it, Taffy May. Thank you so much. I do feel better. I feel like I can. I feel like I can shake it off.
Here's the thing. The good thing is I put a time limit on some of these creams because otherwise no one would ever buy the cream again. So whatever happens, we'll wear off until we find the right thing.
You know what?
Okay.
I was given the choice to do a bane or a boon. Miss Calliope.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Foisted by my own creams.
Unfortunately, when you get to the point where these creams are supposed to wear off, you notice they begin to spread a little bit before it stops. You now have a giant bald patch on your side. You have what looks like almost a second tail coming out of the side of your butt. It's just long, thick, curly black hair. And you have, almost up to the hip, a stork leg.
Something don't feel right, Taffy May. Something don't feel right. Oh, what'd you put in these creams?
It's just gonna be a bigger bustle for tonight. Just tonight. Okay, let's go join the group again. Let's shake up your environment, and I'm gonna ruche this bustle a little bit.
Okay.
Calliope, as you start to walk away, there's definitely some kind of geometry that's different back there.
What's going on back there? I don't like it. Oh, should I not have tried to change myself in the first place? Should I just be happy with who I am? No, that's stupid. I want to be a real lady. Oh,
So
hey
you
guys,
now,
what's up?
you have your hoof, but you now feel that you have like the little back talon of a stork's claw coming off the back of the hoof. Very just normal woman things. Just totally normal. Absolutely.
Guys, thanks for waiting while we did inventory.
The sheriff is looking very confused watching this because he heard a little bit of a commotion back there. And he heard something about being under a bustle, but he decidedly keeps his eyes like above the shoulders when he looks at all of you, especially after hearing that. He doesn't dare to look down at all.
There's
He
nothing
has-
to look at.
He has his hands on his hips, and as the two of you come out towards your friends, he nods and sort of catches you up on this request that he's made, that you go and talk to this witch and see if you can garner some support or aid from her. But you do have some time if you need to take a rest.
I feel maybe. Well, are we allowed to rest if we're on watch?
You have
So,
watches
at
are
this point like about an hour left. It's almost over.
Bustle is looking absolutely bustling today, Calliope.
Are you Vicky right now, or are you Vanessa?
Vanessa, Victoria, Veronica,
Victoria.
whatever her name was.
Are you my bully right now, or are you my friend?
No, this is Vicky. Victoria is asleep right now.
I do not like that girl. I'm just gonna say it. And you know what? She caught an attitude. I just feel like I'm glad you're here. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a little punchy because I need a little rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have a
Takes like a
nap.
step back. Never be in Victoria again. I shall die.
She'll get a stork kick to the face.
Yep. God, that would be really confusing in so many ways.
It sure would. It sure would.
Let's all go gather our supplies and regroup.
Hmm?
How's that sound, everyone?
Delightful.
Sounds great.
Great.
I got some stuff to do in the mirror. I mean, a nap.
Think we can take a long rest or is a short rest?
You still have about an hour on your watch.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
how about we
No rest
watch
at all. No rest for the
separately?
wicked.
No rest for the wicked.
We could finish walking around in that last hour and then get proper sleep right after.
But stretch our legs,
Mhm.
Exactly.
so to speak.
Yeah, we're gonna all stretch our legs.
Hmm. I mean,
Our normal amount of legs.
Our
It's-
normal legs.
walking for an hour is easy. We've done it all night already.
There's
Nothing's
a-
changed.
Something is different about my balance now.
Oh, it sure
And so
is.
what my back flank, my back right leg is just coming up a little higher, so it gives a bustle a little bump every time I
Mhm.
take a step, and it goes.
Just on the right side. And it's weird because the knee on that leg is suddenly a little bit higher than the other one. So you're a little lopsided when you walk, too. At least in the back. So that bustle just goes bloom, 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 bloom anytime you walk.
Calliope, your posterior is a little bit more prevalent. Are you
It's a
trying
new type of walk, Vicky. They're doing it in France.
Are you? Is it like
So cultured.
charming?
It's a new dance that I'm trying out. Heard of it from traveling Frenchman, and yeah, it's
Did
all
you-
the rage. So
did you
you
meet
know,
one
Can you
of-
teach us all?
Did you meet one in the bush?
The sheriff is walking and or like looking between all of you very curiously, and he clears his throat and he says, "If you need anything, you come and find me. I need to prepare some of the other townsfolk and the people that are going to take the watch after you. So, good luck with your French walk-in, ma'am."
thank you, sir. And yeah, Vicky, I can show you how. You just need to get a big old bustle like mine. So you know, maybe hit up the seamstress in town and.
I mean, I guess I could always turn into you.
Yeah, you sure could.
I have a question about that.
Uh-huh.
Does he turn into like all of me or just what's visible?
Who knows? Never tried.
I think as a changeling ability, it would be all of you. I don't think that until Vicky changed, he would know your deal, your bustle deal.
I've just never done it because I don't know how to handle all that
Yeah.
booty.
I don't think you should. It just would make me feel I'm dealing with some stuff, and I don't really want to be confronted by my own self right now. And you know, I value my identity so much. So yeah, let's hold off on that fun idea of yours. Let's
It
just do
seems
that.
rude to
another
be
time.
someone.
That very fun idea.
like just in
yes.
front of them.
Love the energy behind it.
Blanche, as you say this, the zombie kind of shuffles on her feet a little bit.
I go back to Vicky. Sorry, Victoria.
She's just staring off into space,
Mimic-
but she
mimic-
started to shuffle a little
Mimica?
bit.
Mimic.
Mimica.
Mimica.
Let's separate.
Uh,
3, 2,
All right.
1, go.
We all just walk in different directions.
Absolutely. You all head in your different corners, and Rev, the zombie, comes with you. As just a natural instinct, she follows the person that raised her.
As is suspected.
Yeah. And you can all head back home and take the rest of your watch from the corner that you live in. And thankfully, as luck would have it, you all happen to inhabit separate corners, pretty much.
Mm.
But nothing happens. It's a quiet night. There's a short brawl in the saloon, where one person tries to start a fight and gets knocked out very quickly. And then it's over. And then it's quiet again. And you can all take a long rest. The sun begins to rise in Dogwood.
Before that happens,
Mm-hmm.
when Vicky's by himself,
Mm-hmm.
Don't you do it.
Yes, Vicky? Yes, Vicky? What was that?
I would like find a mirror or something in my room. Like, why is Calliope so? Damn it!
Vicky, where do you live? Are you in your own house, or do you own an apartment above the saloon?
I'll be in an
You
apartment
rent.
above the saloon.
Okay, you rent an apartment above the saloon. Everyone downstairs suddenly hushes a little bit as they hear a weird clip, clop, clip, scrape.
Also, I definitely think I like hit my head. Like, what? the
You sure
heck?
do, because suddenly you're a little bit taller, and you look around, and you look in the mirror, and you see beautiful Calliope. However, the pants that you were wearing are totally destroyed, as blasting through the back end, and I mean that in the most delicate sense of that phrase, blasting through the back end of your pants is the bottom half of a horse. However, your back right leg is a full, thick stork thigh and knee, and all the way down to the ankle, it's just that yellow chickeny flesh all the way down. You also have a bald patch on one side and a thicker patch of fur that's growing that's almost like a second tail. You are a centaur, but there's something very, very off about
Well, Vicky,
this
something
whole
about this is-
situation.
Something about this Vicky is just not right. I
Mhm.
don't. Is my changeling thing
You
off?
try-
I don't
You
understand.
try and move around, and the back of the horse bumps into the bed and scrapes. And there's everyone downstairs still hears this clip clop on the roof of the saloon.
I go back to normal. I turn
horse-
into Blanche.
You turn into Blanche, and you're a cute young tabaxi woman. However, you still don't have pants. Your pants just blasted off. They literally ripped. They're
Cover
like
my eyes.
assless chaps now. I mean, so here's the thing. Because you're changeling, you kind of Ken doll.
Yeah.
When you change into someone else. It's also like it's more respectful.
Yeah.
So no changeling ever. I mean, no matter who you are, you don't do that. It just
Yep.
becomes a Ken doll situation.
Awesome. I kind of like. Well, that doesn't seem right. Why did Blanche wear it, but Calliope didn't?
You have cute little paws now.
That's so weird. That's okay. I guess I'll just go back to being Vicky. No, I go back to Vicky.
And you
I
go
don't
back to Vicky, and you still have assless chaps on, pretty much.
Well, it's a fashion choice, I guess, but that didn't make any damn sense. All right, whatever. Something's wrong. Let's go to
You're gonna
sleep.
need some new pants.
Oh, I
you
don't.
you guys sleep in the assless
Yes, I do. Vicky assless chaps boring.
art. Oh,
Walk
God,
around
this
in
is an art
these.
form. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. You're making a statement. I get it. I'm here
Chaps
for
are-
it.
All chaps are assless if you're bold enough.
All right. After that episode of very normal pants for this very exceedingly normal crew, go ahead and take your long rest, everybody. Your very normal undead companion who's definitely not dead.
Mhm.
Very normal back legs. Very normal pants. I love it. Fantastic.
Got at least half a day or more
Mhm.
left on the spell before I gotta refresh it.
Mhm. A nice little
So did I.
spritz, a little refresh.
Yeah.
So, you didn't make a plan as to when and where
would
you'd
we?
be meeting up. So when you wake up, what are y'all doing?
I'm going to the town square because that's where the scary cow is.
Sure, you just go to the well in the center of town.
Yeah, me too.
I guess I'll go, to the town square. That's where we said we'd meet, I think.
No.
We thought we
You
did.
sure did.
We didn't say
Well,
that.
we thought we
Sure
did. We all thought we did.
Well,
You-
same
You
idea.
thought it. Yeah, you definitely thought it.
The town's not that big.
It's
We'll
not.
find each other
It's really
eventually.
Yeah.
small. We could yell at each other from across the town, so we could find each other.
I arrive a few minutes late because I spent the morning frosting the chocolate cupcakes I made the evening before.
Beautiful.
I also arrive a little late, and later than Taffy May normal. Taffy May's always a little late.
Mm-hmm.
But today Taffy has a lot of extra makeup on, and her eyes are very, very puffy. But she's got the biggest smile ready for the day, but it's a little more pained.
Vicky turns around and his butt's out.
Mm-hmm. Y'all notice Vicky has a new fashion statement to make, and the statement that these pants make is "but."
Yes.
That's
And
it.
it's probably turning around to talk to Taffy May. Taffy May, how did you sleep?
Oh, you know me. I always get a good 1 hour.
Oh.
That's good for me. I'm all good. My routine takes a minute, as you know, and I slept okay. I definitely didn't cry. I'm good. How are you, Vicky? Is this a new monolith stash?
Yes. I was feeling bold last night and decided to blow my pants out is not the right sentence.
Are you sure it's not the right sentence? Because it sounds right to me.
Well, you're staying at the inn too, right?
Yes.
Did you fall over at some point during the night? I heard a lot of commotion.
Yes, I did multiple times. It was terrible.
Did. I'm so sorry.
So many
As you guys are
nightmares.
having this conversation, this beautiful young elven woman that you all know and who is very popular in town because she's wonderful and fantastic and we all love her very much, passes by this young elven woman named Pixie, and she notices the back of your pants, your assless chaps, and she says, "Nice pants. I think they're really cool." And she goes off on her way. Thank you, Erica, for the raid.
You know, that Pixie, she sure has a lot of style, doesn't she?
She sure
really
does. She's the
does.
most stylish pixie I've ever seen.
Blanche she's wearing like her adventuring outfit, so she's gonna like sag her pants a little bit so her cattail pokes out.
Oh, jeez.
I want to be
Her
stylish like
booty, too?
Pixie and Vicky.
That's so cute. Good morning.
Calliope has attached a bag to where her stork leg is. And she
A
has
side
attached a
bag?
bag to that side, a side bag, and she has filled it with rocks to even out her balance a little bit. It's working okay.
Mhm.
Still got a little to get used to, but hi y'all.
Morning.
Wow, I guess we're just gonna keep on being heroes, right? That means we can just punch whoever we want.
Oh, wait. No, we're meeting a witch and we're explicitly not supposed to punch her.
We're not gonna punch that witch. Absolutely.
witch.
not.
Delivering
No witch
bad
punching.
news.
Listen, as the DM, I will let you do whatever you want.
No. Calliope scares me.
I would never punch a witch.
I think what we want to do is not punch the witch.
I will
I
let
would-
you do whatever you desire.
I would never punch a witch. Not me, not Calliope. I mean,
You've looked away 3 times.
I just am having some thoughts right now about magic and witchcraft. Where's this witch? What's her name?
Out in the desert. Her name is Aldonza.
Aldonza. All right.
I
Well,
hope
great.
She likes chocolate.
I hope so too. Well, I mean, some witches are known to live in candy houses, so
Do you
maybe.
think is it Is it okay that I'm bringing cupcakes?
Oh,
It's probably fine. Yeah.
I'd be more worried about your possessed ass cow.
let's look at it this
What?
way. One of two things is going to happen.
Oh,
Either,
Vicky.
either she's going to use those cupcakes as an additional part to her house, if her house is already made of cake and candy and whatnot, or she's going to eat them. So either way, I think.
Everyone likes chocolate, and these are triple chocolate.
It's a
We could
win-win.
try. Oh, Vicky, do you have any rum? Because I feel like we could get another situation going with that delicious cinnamon snickerdoodle whiskey cupcake. I feel like some rum would be the perfect complement to that. I don't know, maybe witches like to drink.
Okay, we can do the ones in this corner in rum.
Is there a rope on the well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know there is.
All right, I hop into the well.
Okay, yep, absolutely. You find your stash.
Cool.
Maybe stay away from alcohol for the next 24 hours.
Why did you find something out?
I don't know the side effects since it's not wearing off. I don't know what alcohol might do.
Well, Taffy May, you know that this is the only thing that I can get through the day. I have 3 horse feet and 1 crane foot. I'm not supposed to have whiskey right now. I'm stressed.
Assless chaps in water are not a good idea.
Yeah, you're a little damp.
Ugh.
But thankfully, there's a certain part of the dampness that gets dried very easily because it's whisked away by the wind. Only in a certain part, though.
Calliope, I understand why you shake your muscles so much now.
You do?
Yeah. Look at my butt.
Just crying out hurts.
Vicky
I mean,
squats, you can
Yeah,
tell.
Vicky's just squatting and showing off the assless chaps, doing a little pose.
Oh,
It's
oh,
very,
yeah,
it's very
yeah.
attractive, honestly.
Yeah, Vicky, yeah. I just do it. You know, it's good to shake your stuff. It's good, you
Yep.
know, and that's what I do is I just shake it all around because that's what they do in France, and you know, so I can see you're catching on. I like your new style.
Do that
Can I
weird
have some of
pose.
that rum?
Sure. Like I facing this direction and like turning some. Like,
Over the shoulder.
do I look like a Frenchman?
You look so French, my friend.
Saucy.
Wee is what they say. And
No, it's the assless chaps, not
Yeah.
the other way around.
Huh? Aha.
I take a big old swig of rum.
And
it's
I'm
what?
out.
It's what, 7 a.m.? It's time.
Yes. Absolutely. All right.
No side effects?
No, you can drink and you're fine.
Great. It's very generous of you.
For now. No, you're totally fine. You can drink your alcohol. It's fine.
So, which?
Yeah. Which way?
Head to the old witch place.
You guys know where that is? Because I was doing inventory with Taffy May.
I think Miss Taffy May might be muted as well.
Jeez, how long is it going to take us? Let's start walking.
Do you know where you go?
No.
I assume the sheriff told one of us.
Did he?
No.
Oh
Sheriff
my
not-
god!
Let's go back to the jailhouse.
Is anyone sure we're the people they want for this job?
Let's
Can
head
I
back to the
think
jailhouse.
about the stories my grandma would tell me
Yes.
about the witch in the desert and try to figure it out from there?
Yeah, roll a history check.
Can I go to the jailhouse real quick and ask for directions?
You
I'm
absolutely
gonna
can.
use a reroll because that was
Okay.
a 3. A 16.
A 16. You. We'll get to Reverend in just a second. You think about what you've heard about this witch, and you know that she is very powerful. She has secluded herself because a lot of people wanted to use her for her abilities, and a lot of people tricked her when she was younger because of her power. So she kind of forced herself into an isolation, and she likes it that way, honestly. She's a little eccentric, but generally nice. But you also know her favors that she does are generally a monkey's paw situation, where you get the wish you want, maybe not necessarily in the way that you want it, and there's gonna be another shoe that's gonna drop. So you have to be very careful with the way you word things with her.
Okay.
Reverend, you smartly head to the jail, and you find Sheriff Greaves, who is poring over a map. And he looks up briefly to see you, nods, and goes back to the map, and you can tell, without even making any checks, he's trying to come up with some kind of defensive plan for protecting the town.
Well, Sheriff, we're all rested up and ready to head out to the witch's homestead. You got any directions that might help us out there?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I'm sorry, I was not in my right mind last night. Come on over here and I'll show you on the map. So he shows you, it's pretty much, you go out the west side of town and you just head off the road in the northwest direction. And he tells you these landmarks that you turn at. It's kind of like this is a general area where she is. He's only been out there once, and he doesn't really remember exactly where her abode is. Because there's no roads that go there.
Does she
It's
have a
just
structure of any
out
kind?
there.
Do you remember what it looked like, or did you find her wandering alone?
Well, when I met her, we had a designated meeting place that was closer to her home, and I think I saw a roof of some kind, but I'm not sure. And I've heard that she can change it, so I don't know what to tell you.
All right, well, I guess we'll just get to the general area and start a search.
Yeah, I do know that it's been said that if you get within a certain radius of her home, she'll find you. So I don't think you need to worry too much. I think she will find you.
All right. That tracks with my knowledge of what I believe witches do, so I'll take your word for it.
Be safe out there.
All right. See you soon, Sheriff.
Bye, Reverend.
I head back to the well area, and I'm like, all right, I know where generally she is. Ready to head out?
Ah, Reverend.
All right. So the company heads out in the direction that the very general direction that you were given. And we are going to end this episode here. In our next episode, we find a witch. So this was episode 2 of our 4-part D&D cowboy game, Dogwoods and Dustbowls. Let's go around and say where we can find you. Do a quick plug for yourself. Let's start with Miss Taffy May Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina DeVivo, and I've been Taffy May doing makeover after unfortunate makeover. You can find me online at Pocket Gina, and stick around at PixelCircus. I can't let go of the accent now. Stick around at PixelCircus because you'll catch me in the Failed Save Crew here on Fridays. And if you like Star Trek, Monday nights at Q Times, we have a Star Trek show, and it's a lot of fun. And that's all for now. I do a lot of weird house reno stuff, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's the thing I'm doing right now. So that's Kitty Hawk, Kittii Hawk. Yeah, that's all. Bye.
And playing Mr. Vicky Warren, Gabe.
Hello, you can find me at Gabe James Games across the internet. You can find me on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time on That Bronze Girls channel, playing in the Shakar D&D campaign. Last episode was great. I was a druid that asked someone if they could speak to a beaver and then realized the subtext of my statement afterwards. But having a great time. Other than that, you can find the rest of my schedule on Twitter, doing all kinds of things because it's a good time to be busy.
And playing the Reverend Wendell, JCM Jason.
Hi. Yeah, I realized today I'm on 5 Twitch shows a week right now.
Oh my gosh.
later tonight. You can catch me on my music show, whatever you want, Wednesdays. Saturdays now on the Gary Con